Happy Friday. I hope it has been a great week for you so far. We are going to get straight into scrapbooking with some Live the Dream, plus some various bits and pieces from Vicky B. And I've got 2 4x6 photos to work with today. Let's see what we did on Monday. And it is this one. So we did 4 3x4 photos with the starting point that was this piece across the middle. Then ended up adding 2 up here, which would work really well with that, just to have 2 3x4s or 1 4x6 across here. But I had 4, so we added 2 extra down here, and there's going to be journaling here and here, so there won't be a lot of open space after that. So that's where we started with this kit, and today I have 2 more photos from our Marceline adventure, because I haven't gotten further into working with the photos, like getting them downloaded, edited, and everything, but I have all the Marceline Day pictures, so we're going to do those for a little bit. So I've got this one from Main Street, the mural that's kind of off Main Street, and then this one from actual Main Street. This is part of the cinema. Right, so let's have a little bend and snap, and then let's have a look. We talked a little bit last time about what do you do when you get a big pack of die cuts, especially words, and you're not quite sure how to actually remember to use them. So with this one, I'm going to try to keep this side of the packet up, because I've got a nice clear map of all of the words here, which I can read most of them, just these teeny tiny ones here and here that are harder to read from the outside. But with my glasses, I can read all of the rest there. So if I have this in my workspace, then I'll be more inclined to use those. But if you don't like having things out, then perhaps when you're putting this in your storage spot, you cut this out and keep that somewhere, even if it's in your desk drawer and you pull it out when you're working. I think that might be a good tactic with this specific bit of product and packaging. There we go. So let's have a look at what papers might be our best bet here, and some bits and pieces that I want to use. There, that's where that's going to sit. So we've got this blue that comes up in the background and in his backpack straps. And I thought that might be a good spot to start. So this is from that background collection, the 49 M Market Vicky B Flower Emporium. And that gives us either this lighter blue, which is a nice match to that sky there, or the navy with a grid that's in the lighter blue. So we've got that option there as a background. And then I'd really like to pull in something from the cut apart, because this is where we've got this. The roller coastery one is in the project pad, isn't it? Because there's also a little cut apart in the collection that has a picture of a roller coaster, but it is not on this. Okay, so I don't think I want to use that piece, but I think I might want to use this. So let's cut that out. And let's say hello to everybody. Hello to Gina, Elaine, Liz, Krista, Melinda, Jean, Rebecca, Gina girl. How is everybody? And how are you doing this week? Oh, yes. Elaine says you could use the packaging and cross off the pieces you've used. That's probably an excellent tactic so that you know what you have left. So hold on, I've only done one, so let's do that. So I used on that other page, explore from these big ones, boop, and then this red live in the moment, that's this one, and the yellow sunny days. Bum, 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 bum. That's it from this package. The others were from the Live the Dream die cuts. All right. Hello, Gina. You are very, very welcome here. All right. So let's get that little Ferris wheel. All right. Now I think I'm actually going to bring this down to just having the yellow frame around here. Okay. So that's a start. Okay. Ooh, that is an excellent heads up. Joanna said she bought the Vicky B 6x8 album from 49 and Market, and the spine is 3 inches. Just thinking ahead for January or Christmas. That sounds amazing. 49 and Market, do you need a Christmas collection? Don't worry, that would be well and designed by now. So that is a pointless question. But anyway, I'm quite happy if perhaps Vicky has done one. Let's see what happens. But yeah, I would love a 6x8 with a big spine. I like thick albums, and I cannot lie. Right. I was also thinking about this one for like walking down Main Street. What else might we include? The green wood grain. I like that. Oh, that mural. And I need to remember that I have this in here. So let me just take, this isn't going to work for today, I don't think, but aside from maybe that blue, I like that one. Okay, let's take it while we've got it. Ooh, Joanna says the one that's out now has a green spine, so maybe we could even make that work Christmassy. I'll have a look. I would never have looked for albums at 49 Market, so that is a brilliant heads up. Thank you very much. Okay, then we're into the background pack. Okay, so let's start there. Maybe I put these straight onto green. I don't even know which side I like best. Okay. Let's do this. I think I might build everything that's going to go on top of the background first, and then decide, does it look nicer on the lighter or the darker blue? Right. Let's do Miss Peach, and then start gluing in stuff. Hi, my name's Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes, design scrapbooking products, and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job, and that means anytime you scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising, and legally I need to make sure you're aware of that. So thank you for coming to watch my hashtag advertising. I appreciate you being here, whether you are live, chatty, quiet, watching the replay, all of these things. Also, do you craft? Do you not craft? Are you thinking about coming back to craft, picking up a new craft? You're totally welcome here. All the links to find stuff is probably in the description box. So we have the supplies that I'm using this month. That's the June Best of Both Worlds list. And then next month is the July kit, and that is already live. So you can use that shopping list to just click through and shop directly from scrapbook.com. Or you can use it to pick similar items that you already have in your stash. Or if you have a local shop, please go and support them so you can just kind of have the list. And I've even had people say they realize they're walking into a store with a list from another shop, but the local stores are quite happy to support that way of saying, okay, these are the things I want. And then you can find however many of them that they have in their store and everybody wins. Yeah. So I hope you are having a great time and that you can find anything you need on those links. We are nearly to the insane number of 30,000 people in the Facebook group. It bubbles a little bit each day because every once in a while there's a spammer and I have to go, nope, you're out. But most people are scrapbookers and it's great and you can join us there. I even remembered to put a thread up. So there is a little chat thread for this one. If you watch in the replay or you make something inspired by today's video, you can go on the Facebook group and put it in the comments. And yeah, that's the idea. Amy says, Vicky has already said she's doing Christmas with 49 in Market, and that is the stuff of dreams. Okay, I'm totally happy about that. Yay. Right. Anything else I needed to cover while I'm looking at you in my hoodie? I think that's probably it. Go take a class. Oh, speaking of classes, if you're doing new pages from Old Stash, there is a live video today at 2 o'clock, and we're going to be looking at how everything that we've done so far fits into my album and then where we're going from there. And I'm going to make a page in the middle of all that. So if you haven't joined New Pages from Old Stash, I almost said that the other way around. If you haven't joined New Pages from Old Stash and you want to join in today, today's a great spot to join in because you could go from here to the end and then in the live format, and then you could go back after we finish and do from the beginning to here, and it would work just perfectly. So there you go. Rebecca says about punch class. So there's supposed to be a punch video last night and it's still being a stinker and uploading. So I'm letting it load in the background of this, and hopefully by the time we finish this, I'll be able to then set it live. But it's being a real stinker, and I'm wondering if I have to like save a new copy of it or something, but it is imminent. Okay? Fabulous. Let's go. All right, so I'm going to put the blue to the side for the moment, but that one side or the other of that is going to be the background. And then I'm going to put these on here to start, I think, with the background pack. Oh, I cut into the yellow. Okay, hold on. That side's orange. I don't want the orange side. Do I like this yellow with that green? Kind of do. Okay. Does this fit in here? Yes. All right. Tiny yellow mat to put the two photos together into one block. So for that, I just overlap the white border in the middle here. Sorry, Rebecca, no worries. And if Crystal or Anne are here from last time who had questions, your accounts should all be good. Everything resolved there. If not, obviously, let me know. There we go. Right. And then, oh, what do we think of something kind of central? Oh, thank you. Huzzah, I have to bake for tomorrow. And I needed both cases and boxes, but they have just arrived. Amazing. Okay. So I'm thinking, let's start with a vertical box like this, but just take like 1.5 inches off the bottom, not a lot. So we've got this sort of composition to start with. Yeah, okay. Inking. Is our other side of the world crew getting cold? Talking about blankets and everything in the live chat. I mean, it's June here, so you would think summery, but I've still been having to take my big coat out. It's June. What am I gonna do? All right, I will do edges on this one. We've got the Ferris wheel. We've got this one. And then I've got the Live the Dream die cut pack. And we are going to work that across here. Okay, yellow to yellow, so I'd rather put something in between, but I like this placement. Is it still turning itself over? It is. I don't enjoy that. Okay. I think this means I'm going to like the dark background better than the light. Good morning, Kirsty. Yep, and Joanna says definitely cold, but Rebecca is on this side of the world and would also like a blanket. Yep. Oh, Melinda says 24 Celsius where she is, and the locals are in jumpers. It's her first winter here, and she's finally enjoying the weather. But Gina says it will be 93 Fahrenheit in Houston today, so definitely not needing blankets. She's all good. Okay. I mixed these in, so I'm going to put them back over with that pack so I don't completely lose my mind. All right, so pieces that we might have here. We could have, okay, so we could do one of those, but I feel like it needs something in between. And we have some words in here too. Yay, time. Why is this cut poorly? Smile. Oh, I'm so unhappy about that. Now, admittedly, these are from samples, not from, oh no, this pack is sold. No, never mind. I had a pack with samples, but no. Anyway, moving on. Okay. Floral pieces. Which flower do I like better? I think the darker one. I know that is a good match to there, though. Okay, maybe we try that. And that one. Ah, this camera might be a better match. What do we think? Which camera? The blue? I feel like the blue is going to be better. Happy? Could do that one. If I got one more floral piece I could make work. I don't think purple is the right one. Big daisy is not going to work. Maybe I do go with the purple. That was the roller coaster. But the sentiment doesn't really work. Okay, we'll keep that for a different time. All right, maybe we do. Okay, do we put in the purple? Do I mix the two yellows? I actually kind of like the mixed yellow. Okay, let's do that. Ink. No, it's going on top of a 12 by 12. I'm just going to do this before I decide which background side I'm using. Cool. Ooh, Kirsty says Live the Dream is perfect for her daughter's 18th birthday. She went for her first festival last weekend, and her friend sent her lovely photos to Scrap. Yay! And happy birthday to your 18-year-old. Amazing. So I think I just need a little border piece here. Don't want the blue against the blue, so not that one. But could do this one, a little bit of the floral. I want that bit though, don't I? Okay, I'll just take the whole thing and then find the piece that we want. All right. Set that along here. Ferris wheel. Here then. Yellow. Yep. You could pop up the top flower if you want to. I would love it popped, but I'm just trying to be practical with my albums at the moment. I might pop that though. She says. Maybe we put a little bit more of this in here. So I could have just done our strip all the way across, but I did not think of that at the time. But then that means I can bring this down a little lower and not have it running over the photo. And then this popped up here, across there. Yes, right. So then in gold, today details my heart, fun, story, and adorable. What about the today underneath the happy? See what that looks like. Yeah? Okay. So I think we pop that there, pop this, but have this flat. Just trying to look where the placement needs to be so that we can see that it says today. Okay, let's get some pop dots. I'm glad Kirsty asked that because I wondered too. Okay, Jean, what are gray nomads? Hello, Nikki. All right. Everyone's favorite thing to watch online, foam squares. Oh. All right, then that going across there. Now, let's see. Which background? Retired people who travel around. That does sound very sensible. So we've got it on the darker blue, like this, which I think I'm going to like better because the lighter blue, yeah, these two together. No, yeah? So here we are then. And I did already take the branding strip off. Yes, so we are square there. Do we like? Do we like? I think we do. Now, where else do we need to add stuff? And what is it that we're adding? Well, we have in this kit, we also have these stickers. We've got gold foil in here. So I'm going to leave the iridescent things for the moment, but we could bring in these little rainbows that match there. Yeah. Let's go ahead and stick this. Just give myself some room around the edges for tuckies. So the adhesive goes in the middle. Just using the grid to see how many boxes at the bottom, how many boxes at the top. And there we are centered. So I've got 4 boxes there, 4 boxes there, 5 here, and a little bit more here because I didn't want it completely centered this way. Okay. Let's look at these little rainbows and where they could go. I like this background because it'd be great for journaling in a white pen. Now I've got this open space here. And bring something up here. Yep. There's Georgia. I wondered where you were. I figured you'd had to go to work. But you're here now. And Georgia, I've done a layout that in theory should be easier for you to adjust because before I put it on the background, it kind of looked like it was an A4 page. But you know, I've run things off the edge just to make it more difficult for you. That's not straight. Sort that out. Okay, and then we can bring in a rainbow here. Let's go up. Okay. Then let's take dots and go to where the rainbows are. Now we've got 2 different yellows here, so which one are we doing? I think this one. So 3 with that one. 3 with this one. And 3 with this one. Yes. All right. So we got some room here. We got some room here. We've used one of these so I can mark it off. We used that one. Then I wanted to bring in a little bit of red. So what if we do... Where does it go? Where does it go? Here? Yeah. So that's this one. What about these tiny ones? Could I put something up there? They're the ones I can't read though, so I have to take this out. Oh, maybe the navy. Put it behind the photos there. Okay. Oh no! Georgia has the live stream times blocked out on her work calendar, but the meeting was with her manager who would know that she didn't really have work to do. No! You need to work. You need to get her scrapbooking, and then it'll be fine. Nikki bought tickets to see Operation Mincemeat. Yay! Have a wonderful time. We definitely need gold mist. Right, that was the blue one. Okay. I don't think I need any more from here. You could do that. Should I do that? Go on. Why do I ever say anything out loud? I don't think I need anything more from here except, you know, this one. Okay. So that was the green. So I only have turquoise and the darker red left from the little ones that I can't read on the box. I mean, you could put that down there. And then you have 3 of those. Oh, Shimelle. Just do it. It's fine. Okay. That's not going to let me forget that I have a turquoise little one left, but I'm not using it today because I haven't brought turquoise in. I'm not bringing turquoise in now. Right. But, I mean, we can't laugh too much. The whole idea was that I'm going to use them and not forget to use them. I'm not forgetting. All right. They can go back in here now. Sort of. Just going to have a look at how the little round pieces work. I don't want one today, but I'm just looking because they're going to be, I think they'll be the ones that are a real challenge for me because they're hard to see on the packaging and they're connecting kind of words. You is that works fine. But there's sort of like, there's, you know, this and it and was and things like that. So I need to remember that they're there. Okay, we definitely need some gold happening. Oh, what have I missed, Georgia? Not Georgia, Nikki. Will I sub it or should I source it from somewhere else? What is it that you're... I feel like I'm missing a comment. Let's see. Hold on. Sometimes I have to do this funny little refresh. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. Nikki, what substitution or sourcing are you asking about? Because I've missed something. Okay. Oh, the sticker sheet for next month. I won't sub it. I have it in my order. It just sold quicker than the papers. So if you want to use the same one as me, then get it from somewhere else. If you're happy to just use something that works for you, then you don't have to buy that exact one anytime. You can always just find one that works for you. Yeah. But yeah, the sticker sheet just sold out faster than the papers, but it was there and I've got it in my order. So that means I don't sub it out. Yep. Sometimes that happens where they'll tend to have about half as many stickers as they have as sheets of paper. And if it's a sticker sheet that lots of people like, either they're watching the list and they decided they really liked it, so they bought two, or somebody else in some other realm of the crafty world has also shown that sticker sheet in something that they're working on, or, you know, like it's looked great on Simple Stories Instagram or something like that. Then there can be kind of a little rush, and then that item will sell out earlier than the others. That's how it works. Cool. Now, I don't love that these all went in little lines, but I'm going to wait until the journaling's all in place so that I can write on it easily enough. But I might add a little bit more mist to balance. And I wanted to talk about where the journaling goes on this and what tactics you could use. So number one option is you could use a white pen, like a white Sakura gel pen or whatever brand of gel pen you prefer, and write onto this grid because it'll be nice and easy to write on those lines. Option number two, you could write directly onto the green background here in either white or black or brown. It's a medium enough color that both options would work. Or write your journaling on separate paper on white, in white lines, and cut them out to put in here, especially because we've got the white edge on the today. It's going to work really well. The navy is from the Vicky Flower Emporium background pack. Yep. Then let's see, things that are not from Live the Dream. That background paper, these three, plus this one are from the Vicky Cut and Paste. That's with American Crafts die cut pack. And this 3x4 card is from the Simple Stories Cut Apart. Everything else is Live the Dream. The yellow enamel dots are Altenew, and the mist is Distress Spritz. That one, Fossilized Amber, is the gold. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to leave it, other than journaling here and here. Any questions? Nikki's got another question. Go on, Nikki. What is your question? Oh, also Georgia has a question for all of you in the live chat or in the comments later. How far do you all travel for crops and retreats? She would drive 3 hours for a weekend retreat or an hour to an hour and a half for a daytime one. She's curious what your travel circle would be. Nikki says, can anyone recommend good videos that incorporate ephemera like tickets? The very first Glitter Girl adventure that I ever did, that my sparkly friend ever did, is on that topic. And indeed, then the follow-up, the My Sparkly Friend video, it covers the same thing. So if you if you want to search for it, Glitter Girl Adventure 001 is going to bring up the memorabilia episode there. And then on my channel, that's Glitter Girl was on the 2 Peas in a Bucket channel, but they're still all viewable. And then on my channel, the not all that old video on the main feed because it's not live, it's edited, called My Sparkly Friend. So those are the two that I have that basically go together, old supplies, new supplies, because the older one, the supplies were new at the time, but that was a long time back. There we go. Linda says she traveled across hemispheres to go on a Vicky B cruise. Does that count as a crop? That's a lot. Gina says user 7 Plaza uses loads of tickets. Cool. All right. I think that's it for us today. That's not so bad for putting all of that together. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm glad that you were able to join me, whether it was live on the replay. If you enjoyed it and you want to give it a thumbs up, that'd be super duper awesome. And if you make something inspired by this one and you want to share it, tag me or put it on the Facebook group. And I would love to see what you make. Have a great weekend. I will be live here again at 1:30 on Monday for normal YouTube people. And if you are in, why did I just call you normal YouTube people? Just here on YouTube and anyone can watch. I don't know if I'm calling any of us normal. And at 2 o'clock today, I shall be live here for anyone in the New Pages from Old Stash class. And we're going to look at how everything is going in the album. We're going to do a little scrapping and we're going to see where we're going in the second half of class. All right. Thank you so much. I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.